Dear students, I welcome you all back to this class of computer. Under Employability Skills, Unit 1 Functional English, today we will discuss Session 5 Narrating a Story and Session 6 Describing a Known Place. In the session of narrating a story, we will see that how the stories are told or how the stories are narrated. Have you ever been told a story before? Perhaps many times. In your childhood, your grandparents or parents must have narrated you a number of stories. What it is that you like the most about the narration of stories? Perhaps you like to know what happened to other people. Or stories tell you what you could do in a similar situation. Or maybe because it helps you to relieve tension and entertains you. You may have many other reasons. Think about them. So dear students, here the reason of listening to a story or the story may teach you different things. It might be just an entertain for you, or story sometimes relieves you from your tensions, or it teaches you a lesson that how you should do in a similar situation, whatever you hear from a story. So each story teaches you a lesson. My dear students, you will see that narrating a story is similar to narrating an incident. So only story narration is desirable because it is presented in an animated fashion with the right intonations, pauses and exclamations. So when the story is told, story is narrated in such a manner, it becomes more interesting. And you participate in the story if the story is told or narrated with expressions. When we narrate an incident too, we could use voice modulation to express what is being said with emotions. So that would definitely make it interesting for the listeners. Narrating a story of two wolves. Here, read out the following story aloud. Try to narrate the story as best as you can. So here one story is given. We will read it out. One evening, an old tribal told his grandson about a battle that goes on inside people. He said, "My son, the battle is between two wolves inside us all. One is evil. It is anger, envy, jealousy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old tribal simply replied, "The one you feed." So my dear students, generally the stories are narrated in the past tense. It describes the incident happened in the past. Those incidents happened in the past are described in the form of stories. And those stories, when narrated with voice modulations, with expressions, with exclamations, that becomes interesting for the listeners. Here we learn about simple past tense. In this session, you will learn how to make use of simple past tense. Students, here in the following sentences, you can observe the words are highlighted. So these highlighted words tells you about the simple past tense. So we can see here the first one, my grandmother loved to narrate the story of Ram and Ravan to me when I was young. So loved is a verb in the past tense. Next is, I used to listen eagerly to her. So here this used is in the past tense. She always left off the story at an interesting point and said, I will tell you what happened after that tomorrow. Here in the next sentences, all these highlighted words are in the past tense. Here you can see I was exhausted. I was is in the past tense. It was a very tiring journey. I had a tiring journey. The journey exhausted me. So here we learn the use of simple past tense. Next is exercise. Do you remember the difference in the tenses? Now identify the sentences that have been written in the present and future tense. So from the following sentences, make out the sentences which are in present and future tense. So some of them are given in the past tense also, like here, my grandmother loved to narrate the story of Ram and Ravan to me when I was young. So this is neither in present nor in future. So this is past tense. I used to listen eagerly to her. This is also past tense. Here in this sentence, most probably I will not have many stories to tell, or my grandchild will not be interested in listening to stories. This sentence is in the future tense. And in this sentence, I don't know if I will be able to entertain my grandchild in the same way. So I don't know. That is in the present tense. Next, this 7, 8 and 9 are in the past tense. Next, we will see the assessment. From the options, select and tick the sentence that is in simple past tense. So here you have to tell only the sentence which is in simple past tense. First one is, Seema visiting Aunt Rekha at her house near the beach last weekend. Seema visited Aunt Rekha at her house near the beach last weekend. So this is the right option. Seema visited Aunt Rekha at her house near the beach last weekend. Second one is, it was a beautiful summer day. So this second one is in the simple past tense. In this, Seema built a giant sand castle on the beach. So C option is the right option. Next is, Aunt Rekha took pictures of the castle. So here the first one is right. The next, Seema wanted to play on the beach and build another sand castle. So this is the right option. The last one is, but soon it became very hot outside. So here B option is right. Here some more sentences are given. You can do it easily by yourself. Now the next session is describing a known place. Dear students, here you learn to describe a place which is known to you. So descriptive writing is an art form. It is like painting a word picture so that the person who reads what you have written or listens to what you have said sees exactly what you meant to describe. Means the way you describe, the way you write the word by looking at the word, the person who is looking at the word or listening to you can judge or can come to know what exactly you want to say or you are trying to describe about that place or that word. To practice descriptive writing, think of a few sentences about the city you grew up in. You could start off as, the city that I grew up in is, and here hint is given, name of the state. So you have to describe here the city, and you can start with this sentence, and here you mention the place, the name of the city where you were born, and then some more things about your city, and then the city which falls in the state. Like if you talk about your state here, so you will mention about your city some sentences, and then you write the name of the state also. Next you can write, it is a large or small city. If it is large, you mention large, or if it is small, you can write small city in the state. So accordingly you can choose a word and mention the name of the state. The weather, there is quite, here you can mention the condition of the weather of the city you were born in. Next is adjectives and adverbs. I hope you are well aware of the words adjectives and adverbs. So adjectives are the words which describe about the noun or pronoun are called adjectives, and the words which describe about a verb is adverb. So here again in the following sentences the words are highlighted. So these highlighted words are adjectives or adverbs. Here are some adjectives to describe a city. So you can go through these words: city, traffic, buildings, walls, monuments, statues, sidewalk, paint, signs, buses, cars, taxis, and people. So these are some of the adjectives which describe a city. Now we will see exercise. Read aloud the following phrases on describing Nainital. Combine the phrases so as to form a paragraph that describes Nainital. For example, Nainital is a beautiful hill station in Uttarakhand. So here some of the sentences are given. These are the phrases. So now you will combine these phrases to make one paragraph, or say with these phrases you will make one paragraph which describes a place, Nainital. Next is, now read aloud and very carefully the description given below Ladakh. Now the same way in the following sentences, the description is given of the city Ladakh. Next is, read carefully the following passages on adjectives and adverbs and identify whether the words in bold are adjectives or adverbs. So my dear students, here the words highlighted are either adjectives or adverbs. So we have already seen what are the adjectives and what are the adverbs. So the same way you can go through these sentences. The last one is assessment of this session. Fill in the blanks with the appropriate word from the given option. First one is, I dash moved to a new city. Options are recently and daily. So here what will come? Recently. I recently moved to a new city. Next is, I now live dash in the heart of Delhi. So here I now live comfortably. My house is a dash 2-bedroom flat in Mayur Lok. So here my house is a spacious 2-bedroom flat in Mayur Lok. I live here with my dash friend Manish. I live here with my best friend Manish. Next is, there is a dash monument near our house. So here there is a historical monument near our house. When I first moved to Delhi, I found the city to be too dash and crowded. So here, when I first moved to Delhi, I found the city to be too noisy. So noisy is the right option. So the same way, please try to complete the next sentences also. In the next class, we shall discuss session 7 and 8. Session 7 is giving directions and session 8 is describing an event. We shall close here for today and continue in the next class. Thank you.